Hello and welcome once again. I'm Bethany Hadfield, quantum healing hypnosis practitioner and avid astrologer, welcoming you to this new moon ceremony for the new moon in Leo. So welcome. So as always, I would invite you to use this as an opportunity to take some time for yourself. It is a ceremony, so giving yourself that space and that time to really tune into your own energy and just allow yourself to receive the information and give to you your own intentions and thoughts and feelings for this new month ahead. And that is the purpose for this ceremony. So what I'll be covering in today's ceremony is the archetypes of Leo so that we can tune into this energy and then speak about how it relates specifically to this point in time of humanity. So really tuning into how that affects us and where we're going. So very exciting energy. So Leo, it is the lion. It is the sun, the center of our system. So it is, of course, then the solar plexus is the chakra, which is yellow. It's the sun, it's bright, it is the masculine, it is very direct and bold, it's courageous, and the lion is a major archetype. It's been, interestingly, very much involved with Egypt in our ancient history, which we'll get to in a little bit to talk about how it's affecting humanity now. But the archetype of Leo is warm, it's positive, it's the center of our system. And if you think about the sun, it is emitting light, and then all of the other planets are revolving around this sun, which is the star. It is the star of our system. So this is as well, it touches on, if you think about Hollywood has movie stars, and if you think about Earth itself, or this incarnation or this experience that we are all having as human beings, we are the star of our show. This is the ego. And so because we are light, because this is what the sun is, it is light. And so we are the star of our show, and it is just a stage that we are all on in this learning experience of being on Earth as human beings. So that's to give you a perspective that you might not have considered before. And this is what, all movies and Shakespeare and all of these plays that happen, it's the hero's journey, you see. And so it is this playing out of this drama of the existence of being a human on Earth. And so that can also give us a slight sense of relief from, to not take it so seriously, because it is all just a game. It is the game that we are playing here on Earth. It is the drama. And this is what Leo is also about. It's the drama. And so getting back to the sun being the star of our solar system, it is the masculine, so it is the outward expression. And so if you think about, say, like Pluto, which is at the very end of the solar system, it's the opposite. And you've also got the moon, which is also opposite, but that's closer to us. And that's the feminine. But Pluto is death. So then, of course, the sun is life. And so there's, of course, lots of biblical representations that explain all of this. I am the way, the truth, and the light. And so this is what the sun is about. It is the, almost like it's the opposite of a black hole. It is that portal that gives life. It is the outward giving light to the expression. Without the sun, this system wouldn't exist. It's what it's all revolving around. So that gives as well, hopefully, some perspective about, or some ideas, perhaps, some thoughts about, what this experience is all about and how we can fit into it. So we are, as many famous people have said, we are spiritual beings having a human experience, not human beings having a spiritual experience. Because Leo is all about spirit. It is fire. It is the spirit. And I've explained in other videos how we come through into this physical form as a spirit to have this physical experience through our senses. And it's all revolving around this sun. So, yes, so that's about the Leo energy. It's bright, and so it's about expression as well. And creativity, very much about creation, new life, creativity. And so we can look at that in terms of this particular phase that we're going through, in that it is about birthing this new life. And we are very much in this time right now where we are birthing a new humanity. It's the next evolution, because we are moving into the new age. And this is why, particularly now, because Pluto is also moving from Capricorn into Aquarius soon. It's done a retrograde back, but it's going to be soon moving, and that's because that is a whole age, you see, because all of the planets moving is creating these cycles, and these are the ages that we are going through as this system that we are a part of. And so moving into the age of Aquarius, which is the opposite to Leo. And Leo is about birthing or creating this new expression. So lots of creative, bright, flowing, spiritual, inspired creation. That's what this particular new moon is all about. So definitely as well, we can, it's very much then having to let go of what is no longer serving us. Now, we've also got Venus in Leo in retrograde, which is very important for this particular new moon, because what it's saying is reevaluate how we relate, and it's really calling us to step into a more conscious way of relating, a more loving way of relating, because Leo is all about love. It's God, it is love, it is the source, it is the source of light for our system, although we are part of a much bigger system. But this is the central system that we are a part of. And so, this time, new time of expansion is about becoming aware of the collective, so that we can begin to create a life based on understanding that we are part of a much bigger system, of a collection or constellation of stars, which also affect us. This is the zodiac. And this is where we come from. We come from the stars. We are the stars. We are this universe. And so this is why I do these videos, so that we can begin to connect with these energies more intentionally. And we can begin to understand our place in this system. And this is this expansion. This is about having the courage as well. This is what Leo is all about. It's about not being afraid. It's having courage. And it's confidence. And so, in relation to the time that we've come from, so we've had a previous age where there was obviously the pre-Diluvian age, which was the previous age, a different cycle of humanity, which then got restarted all over again. And it was the Leo. And now we're on the opposite side of that, moving into the Aquarius age. So this is our chance to get it right, but we have to step up to this challenge. And this is up to us. This is our time. It takes so much creativity and so much inner work. And that's shine, so that we can shine as high and as bright as possible as part of this ascension that we're going through. And it will happen regardless, because this is just this cycle. It's this cycle of energy that we're moving through. And the more that we can tune in to these energies, the more in the flow we will be. The less resistance, the more flow that we will feel. And so that's what flowing in spirit is all about. So this month is about learning to flow in the spirit. So, and this is why tuning into these patterns of our system puts us into alignment with the bigger parts of ourselves. The parts that go beyond time. Because when it gets that far out, time is irrelevant. It's time itself, really. So we are born at a certain moment on Earth. Each of us is born in an exact moment on Earth. And the stars are in a certain placement. There is a certain pattern that is happening when that new life, that spirit, comes through and expresses as a physical being into this world. And that is that moment of creation. And this means that actually we are the earth. We are of this earth. But we are also of this bigger system as well. We come from these stars and we shine as an expression of light. And that is our spirit. So this month it is about finding our courage and our inner light, remembering that we are this light and letting it shine. Shine without apology. It is expansive. This is how we can expand. And feeling that creation that burns within. And it is very exciting. This is what we came here for. Remember that. So it is about remembering that we came here to shine. So shine brightly, bright as possible. So I hope that this has been helpful for you for this month, to remember that we are this bright, shining light, bringing creativity into this world. Whatever it is that we do, we are bringing light into this world. So it is also about being aware of what we are bringing into this world. And this is the time of humanity where we have to rethink how we are expressing into this world, because as per my previous videos, we are not doing the same things that we've done before. We have to do them differently because it's a new world that we are stepping into. New, it's all about the new. It is new life, new creation, which requires a lot of creativity. So being very aware, very conscious of what we think, of what we do, and this affects, of course, how we feel, and this is as an individual but as a collective as well. So getting this bigger picture, it's not only about the me anymore, because we have to step into this Aquarius energy, which is about the collective, the opposite of Leo, because Leo is all about the ego, my identity, how I identify as an individual, which is still important. And this is why it's so important to follow and tune into these energies and understand ourselves and who we are, so that we can serve and be able to give as part of this collective. And this is this bigger ego. It is a bigger version of an ego that is not only about the self, and this gets away from this competitive energy. It is because that karma is done, and so there may be healing that needs to occur, and certainly forgiveness work is extremely helpful and extremely important to forgive. It is so healing to be able to forgive, and we can get very stuck if we do not, and that hinders progress. So being very conscious, doing this healing work if it needs to be done, so that we can shine as brightly as possible, because we are entering this new age, this new game. As I've spoken about before, it's a new world. We are shifting more into the feminine, and it is about this rebalancing. There is also the ascension is about transcending, going beyond this dualistic reality that we have been stuck in. We are moving into a new age where we can transcend this dualistic, live both in the understanding of the duality, which is understanding ourselves, the masculine, the feminine, and this polarity, which is what creates this karma, and ascend it into the next phase, which is the third. 3 is all about creation once again. So it is birthing this new earth, and this is what our mandate is as a human being on earth right now, because this is the ascension that earth herself is going through, which we are a part of. So it's very exciting. So but we still have to do the work. So it is about being very aware and making an effort to work on ourselves. And it's easier now more than ever before to work on ourselves. So because we have more information. And so yes, we are moving into this age of information, and where our individual voice and information is our uniqueness, and this is our spark. This is what we bring into the world. This is how we create. So speaking our truth and expressing ourselves in our highest form possible, in ways that help us and help others. So really contemplating what those things are and what makes us feel really truly good in a selfless way. And that is very important because a lot of people get very stuck on this negative Leo energy, which is very self-serving, which actually cuts off, that actually diminishes and actually cuts off from our full power of expression, because it makes us smaller. And Leo is all about making us more expansive, shining brighter. So I'll leave you with that. I hope this has been insightful for you and inspiring for you, and that it gives you, good energy and inspiration for projects and creations, and in any way that they are coming into this world, that they have done with a really true good feeling, in tuning more and more into that light. So I wish you all the very best for this beautiful Leo, bright, happy, joyful month ahead. Wishing you all the best, and I'll see you next month.